I'm Bridget Bartlett with the Builderall team. In this video, we're going to talk about the Add button inside the Cheetah editor. You see on the right-hand side, you have three options in this menu. You can add, you can access the settings, and you can also access your personal settings here. If you click the Add button, you'll see that you can add panels and elements. If you think about panels as the wall in your house and then the elements that hang on the wall, that may help you understand how panels and elements work together. So let's go ahead and check out some of the panels that we can add to our Cheetah editor. If you click Panels, you see you have the option to add a blank panel. You can also choose a first fold, and you have many panels that you can choose from, many styles, and you can edit all of them. If you click Return, you go back to all of the panel options. You can add a 3-step thank you page, and if you click here, you see you have many options for that as well. You can add a calendar page. So if you have a calendar created in the Builderall booking app, you can add that to one of your pages. You can create an email confirmation page here. And all of these are just simply panels to access. All you need to do is left click, and then it adds that panel to your website. If you want to edit any of these elements on the panel, all you need to do is left click here, and you see that you have a menu attached to the element that you can edit that specific element. If you want to edit another element like this box that the image is sitting on, you can simply left click the box, and then you get the options here to edit that element. If you click here where the pencil is for edit element, you see that this sidebar changes to the Settings tab in your menu here. So if you want to edit this specific element, then all of the settings are going to be here. Let's go back to the Add button and Panels. We'll click Return. And you see as you scroll down, you have lots and lots of options. You have headers and footers here. You have funnel panels. If you want to explain what a sales funnel is, you have membership areas that you can add and pricing tables and so many more options. If you want to delete a panel, all you need to do is left click in the panel, and you see the trash can here. You can click there to delete. Let's go back to Add, Panels, and let's just add a blank panel. We can actually left click in the panel, and we can drag this blue line down to give us more working space. Let's actually just delete this text. If you click this arrow here, you can access the side panel. And let's start adding some elements now to our panel. If you click here, you can access all of the text. These are global fonts, so if you want to edit any of the fonts, you need to edit that here, and this will update all of the H1 titles or H2 titles all the way down to the paragraph that you have used for your entire website. So let's go ahead and choose an H1 title. So we'll just drag that here. Since it's a H1 global font, to edit this, you need to edit it here. So if you want to change the font here to Arial Black, you'll have to do that here. And to change the size on the desktop, you can do that here. But remember, this will update all of the H1 titles on all of the pages in your website. So if you want to edit the mobile, you'll also have to do that here, the line height and the color. But let's say you want to add a text, but you don't want it to be a global font. All you need to do is go back to Add, Elements. Let's just create an H2 title. And right now, this is a global font. But if you left double click in the box, you can highlight this, and you can actually change this to a neutral heading 2. So once you change it to neutral, you can do anything to this and it will not affect the global elements. So let's go ahead and change this to a impact font, and let's make this 35. And we could actually even add some highlight color in the back so we can tell the difference. Now this is a neutral font and this is a global font. If we want to edit the neutral font, we can double click here, we can highlight, and then we can choose the edits here. Let's go back to Add, Elements, and we'll return to the main menu. You also have some other elements here like an accordion file. If you have a blog created in the Builderall blog, you can actually create your own blog page by simply adding the blog elements to your page. If you have a booking calendar created inside the Builderall booking app, you can actually drag your calendar here. All you need to do is select the calendar that you have created and it will add that to your page. Let's go ahead and delete. If you want to add a box for your elements to sit on, you can simply choose the box that you want to use from the list here, and you just need to drag that to the panel. So now we have our box. If we want to edit the box, you simply left click in the box. You can save this here to your personal elements, and you'll be able to retrieve that here in the Personals tab. You can click here to edit the element. You can choose any of these options here to edit. You can center on the page. You can actually pin this box to a certain area on your page. If you want to pin it in the left bottom corner here, you can do that. And then no matter where you scroll in the website, this will be pinned. If you want to unpin, you can simply check there and move the box back where you want it to be. If you want to duplicate the box, you can click this button here. If you want to hide the box, you can click here and then you can retrieve it up here in your Hidden Elements tab. And then you can also delete this box by clicking the trash can here. Let's go back to Add Elements. We'll return to the main menu. Another popular element that you may want to add is a button. So if you click here, you see there are lots of buttons that you can choose from. If you want to select this button, you simply need to drag it to your panel. If you want to edit this button, all you need to do is left click on the button. You'll see that you can save, you can edit the button, and you have all of these options here. You can center on the page. You can set the action of the button if you click here. You have all of these options here. You can set this to a URL, a page, a Builderall auto tag, a pop-up. You can anchor it to go to another spot on your page. You can add a video URL and a video will pop up when your website visitor presses it. You can click here to download a file. You can click here to set that button to a product in your super checkout. You can have them email you. You can have them call you. You can have them log in to any membership areas that you may have. Since we don't have a membership area in this website, we don't have this selected or an option. But you can also add tags to this button, a rotation banner, and you can also send browser notifications. Let's go back to Add Elements. We'll return to the main menu. You can also add a contact or an email marketing form to your page. If you select here, you see that you have options, and these are completely customizable. You can add photo galleries. If you are using GetResponse, you can add that here to connect your website to GetResponse. If you want to add any codes like widgets to your page, you can add this iframe element here. You can add a image placeholder to your website. You have 4 different options. You can choose an image placeholder and just drag it to your website here. And then to change the image, all you need to do is left click in the image, click here to edit element, and you see if you go to general settings, you can upload your image here. You can add this element here if you are creating any lists. If you want to use a magic form, which basically allows you to have a user create a Builderall account, you can add a menu to your page. You can add a dripping menu to your page, a rotation banner. If you want to add your social media bars, you can do that here. If you want to add any timers to your page, you can do that here. If you select this element here, you can add a YouTube, a Vimeo, a Wistia, or a Vidello video. You can also click here to add a video gallery to showcase your videos here. And then you can also click here to add the webinar element, which will allow you to live stream a webinar on your page. If you want to add an element or a panel that you've saved in your Personals section, all you need to do is click on the tab that says Personals. You can go to Panels or Elements that you want to add. And if you want to add a panel from your personal elements here, all you need to do is simply click the plus sign for the panel that you want to add, and then it adds it to your page here. If you want to add an element from your personal section, you just click on Elements. You can click on the element that you want to add, and then you can drag it to your panel. And now you have your personal element on your new website page. In this video, I gave you an overview of the Add button inside the Cheetah editor. Again, my name's Bridget Bartlett. Now, let's go build it with Builderall.